So he had the female dog, which he called Dog Pool. So Reed, this was meant to be a bitch, right? A literal bitch. He kept saying that she was looking for a new papa while he was away. Okay? Let's watch that clip again so we can all really just feel disturbed right now.
And I guess you've already met Mary Poppins, a.k.a. Dog Pool. Careful where you put your hand. She's 90% G-spot, and she'll let you know it. You let this little flirt out of your sight for 1 second, and she starts shopping for a new papa. If you can't be a responsible pet owner, then maybe you don't deserve this little unicorn.
On them demons I ignore. If you good, welcome aboard. If you bad, you ignore. Yeah, man, I was born in the ghetto.
Okay, Candace is back with another video. Let's check it out, man. Let's check it out.
All right, you guys. So Ryan Reynolds obviously has to be deported back to Canada. Once again, this is a way for the left and the right to come together because no matter where you stand on the topic of mass deportations of illegals, we can now all agree that the moral crimes committed here by Ryan Reynolds against Justin Baldoni have amounted to high treason. After having read through the amended lawsuit, Ryan absolutely must go home. And I have got some major scoops. I mean, everybody's talking because the sink is shipping and people want to get onto lifeboats. So let's jump right in. Welcome back to Candace. So they really did it, guys. They dropped the website. It is the lawsuitinfo.com. As promised by Justin Baldoni's team, they have chosen the path of radical transparency as their preferred method of response here. We never see this. This never happens. Everything's behind closed doors through PR agents. He's just like, here, we're going to play this in public. And just to be clear, they weren't the first to do this. It was Blake Lively. It was Ryan Reynolds. This was their strategy. And now they kind of want to put the genie back in the bottle. But guess what? The genie does not want to go back in the bottle. The genie likes to be free, okay? And we're now all paying attention. So I'm just going to very quickly, before I give you all of the tea that I got over the weekend, I'm going to go over the biggest revelations from the filing. And I guess we'll just start with revelation number one, which was that we were totally correct about Ryan Reynolds. What is that, like, personality test? It's called like an Enneagram personality type 1 through 9. Well, Ryan Reynolds on the Enneagram is a psycho. That's what he is. He's just a psycho. His number is psycho. And we had suspected just by piecing together everything that he didn't want Blake Lively to be away from him. Remember, I built out the timeline and I worked through it. And I realized that, oh, this is interesting. Like Ryan Reynolds is filming at the same time of Blake Lively. He's also doing his Wrexham football stuff. And they're basically apart. I'm sure he popped back a few times, but for like 4 months scheduled to be apart in a different country. And yeah, I felt that Ryan was kicking up some dust because he didn't want to leave Blake Lively alone with Justin Baldoni because he's away in the UK. And then I was positing that perhaps when he got home, he was either reading her text messages, reading through the dailies, reading through the script, and he just decided, okay, you know what? This entire production needs to be halted. I don't trust my wife, okay? And my strongest inclination for that was the fact that on the day that the SAG-AFTRA strike ended, on the day that both of them had to go back to work, meaning Ryan had to go back to film for Wolverine and Dead Pool, Wayfarer gets that shocking email of demands. And basically their production gets suspended while Ryan gets to go in the UK and feel confident knowing that she's not going to see Justin Baldoni until he's back. That was just my speculation. Well, in the recent filing, we can now see that Ryan was panicked in general about him being apart from Blake Lively. So much so that when they first communicated with one another, okay, so this is the first time that Ryan Reynolds and Justin Baldoni are speaking to one another and they're exchanging text messages, and Justin Baldoni does this thing where he's just like so nice and was like, he literally, to sum it up, because I'm not going to read Justin's entire text. He basically is like, I was nervous to even text you. I'm such a fan of you. Like, you're so great. You're amazing. Your wife's amazing. And then says this like really almost first day of middle school kind of thing where he's like, all of this to say, I know I sound ridiculous, but like, I just really want to be friends with you. Like, he literally tells Ryan he wants to be friends with you. And I can just see Ryan sitting there like, yes, this is exactly what I want, a puppy to kick in the mouth. And you'll do what I say. So I'm going to show you these exchanges. This is Ryan Reynolds, Justin Baldoni. If you guys have not read through them, I recommend that you go on to the site to read it. He even extends like saying how wonderful Blake was because, she was very nice to his wife, says that Blake sent the sweetest message to his wife. I mean, he's being so respectful, falling over himself to be respectful and to say like, hey, can we still be friends? And Ryan Reynolds then sends this text message and he basically says like, sorry for the delay. I've been writing. The girls are sick again, whatever. Tells him essentially that he hit the jackpot with Blake Lively. She literally passes on every film and every filmmaker all the time. But the one thing I know, and I speak from a deep wellspring of experience here, having her in your court behind the scenes as a creative is invaluable. I'm certain that blank would say the same. So my suspicion is he already says Taylor Swift. Okay. They're blocking this name, and the only name that they seem to be like trying to block is Taylor Swift's throughout this. So I think right at the onset, Ryan Reynolds is throwing down some alpha male, and by alpha male, I mean extremely beta male. I have rich and powerful friends at the top. That's not a confirmation, but I'm looking at the length of the strip. It's given Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift would say the same. My wife is wonderful. Okay. Anyways, jumping back into these messages, he then moves immediately to ask Justin Baldoni to change their production dates because he's never been apart from Blake Lively so long. He basically says he tried to do it on his end. I'm paraphrasing here. You can go read it on the website. I was frantically trying to address this. I was frantically trying to change this, shorten the shoot, but I can't because, Dead Pool and Wolverine is set in stone. They already booked the studio. But could you do something to try to punt this? And he ends it with this, which is funny that we're talking about like a sexual lawsuit and what's appropriate. He ends it by saying, all this to say, I'd have your line producer's face tattooed to my perineum. Okay, so that is the skin between Ryan's parts. I don't even know how to appropriately state that other than perineum. Okay, he pull that back up again. I would have your line producer's face tattooed to my perineum if he, she, or they can figure out how to start 2 weeks earlier. Completely understand how big of an ask that is, but the perineum is one of the most nervy parts of the human body to expose to trauma. What? I'm sorry. I mean, what?
I don't even know what that is.
So this whole long text is about Blake is big, she's powerful, I can't be apart from her for this long. And if you really want to make me happy, I'm telling you, this is how you do it. Change your production schedule. I'm a big alpha here and my studio can't do it. And Justin falls over himself. And it's I will try to, do everything I can to make this happen. I just want to be friends with you. Okay. This now confirms our suspicion that all of those very cringe nice pool scenes in which he was randomly referring to his female dog, Ryan in character being a funny guy. So he had the female dog, which he called Dog Pool. So Reed, this was meant to be a bitch, right? A literal bitch. He kept saying that she was looking for a new papa while he was away. Okay. Let's watch that clip again so we can all really just feel disturbed right now.
And I guess you've already met Mary Poppins, a.k.a. Dog Pool. Careful where you put your hand. She's 90% G-spot, and she'll let you know it. You let this little flirt out of your sight for 1 second, and she starts shopping for a new papa. If you can't be a responsible pet owner, then maybe you don't deserve this little unicorn. Guilty on all charges, Your Honor. It shan't happen again.
And he carried that joke over by
Pause right there. Look, I made a short video about this, and I was saying that movie, I don't know why it's so gay. It makes me so uncomfortable. Just the way he acts. Maybe it's just me watching it. It's just so weird. The whole thing, okay, maybe not the whole thing, but I would probably say about 95% of this whole movie is uncomfortable to watch. Just the way he acts. It acts so much like a female. It's so weird. So weird, man. It is not good. It is not good at all. And the dog just licking his, bro, what is that? What is that, man? Who's making these movies? These demons, man, they're literally demons. Come on.
Saying that Blake Lively, who I think he's casting as the bitch in that scene, he carried it over to the It Ends With Us promotion, which was weird because this is a movie about domestic violence. It ends with us by again saying in a funny scene that Blake Lively was trying to replace him. Okay, and that's what made us aware, by the way. I was going, nothing in this scene is funny. Nothing in this scene makes sense. Why is he alleging that his wife is trying to place him in a skit which is promoting domestic violence? Why is his mom here and Hugh Jackman? And why do I feel like threatened somehow when I listen to this script? Take a listen.
Well, it's not every day the mother-in-law of the leading lady gets to interview the love interest and the man trying to replace my sweet little gummy bear, Ryan. Let's dive in, shall we? I don't feel very comfortable asking this question.
Nope, I got it. I'll get it. Here, I can do that. You're not going to read it? I will then. Okay, thank you very much. That's the one. It says Ryan would love to have a new dad to have a catch. And I think he could really use a man in his life. Hugh is no spring chicken anymore. Blink once for yes, or blink once for I'd love to be your new dad. He blinked. He blinked.
Ms. Reynolds.
Call me Blake.
Oh,
I could blow your mind, dog.
Oh, man.
It's not every day a guy gets to interview the love interest of his best friend's wife, and the guy trying to replace Ryan as a husband and me as his best mate.
Holy.
So listen, I've just got one question. What the hell are you doing messing with my best buddy's wife?
Sir, I have no idea what's happening at all today.
In the retrospect, this is all just so scary. It feels like a form of abuse against Blake. And she's not a victim in any of this. She's totally bratty, and we've gone through her messages as well. But I am just saying that the fact that he doesn't want to be apart from her, and now he's inserted himself into every layer of this movie, something's very wrong here, okay? But what else did we learn from the filing? Well, we learned that at the Dead Pool after party, Ryan went and found a William Morris Endeavor. Now, that's the biggest agency. Everybody's under them. That's the one that Justin Baldoni got dropped from. And told that executive that they were working with a sexual predator, referring to Justin Baldoni. It says, Lively, Reynolds, and other members of the film cast attended the premiere for Dead Pool and Wolverine. And just them having invited these people is basically, I view Ryan as like an infestation. Like, it's the only way I can say it. If he wants to go after you, he infests himself into every area of your life. And he did this Justin Baldoni. He's like, who are your friends? Okay. Who owns the production company? Who owns the next movie script? I am going to infest myself everywhere. I'm going to be doing your movie premiere. I'm going to be doing promos and making fun of you. Right? I'm going to put myself in the end credits. Like, this is like psychotic behavior. Okay. But going back to what they said was mentioned at this party, at the after party, Wayfair was informed that Reynolds approached a senior executive at WME and expressed his deep disdain for Baldoni, going as far as to suggest that the agency is working with a sexual predator. Okay. Ryan, personally, and you can take this to the bank, I am telling you right now, this is a fact. This has been confirmed to me. He tried to get Justin Baldoni dropped from WME multiple times before they did, okay? So all of those articles that came out when Justin got dropped and they were denying that Ryan Reynolds had anything to do with it, those were PR teams that were working overtime behind the scenes, likely their PR team. Leslie Sloan, it's not true. No, that is a fact. I said, I'm getting leaks right now that someone inside of WME confirmed that Ryan Reynolds was going around trying to get him dropped. Okay. And
by the way, guys, if you want to watch the full video, make sure to go to Candace. I'm going to put a link at the top of the description. You guys can just click on that and go check out her channel. She got some cool videos. You get what I'm saying? Comment below what you think about this, just in case my battery dies and I do not get to tell you goodbye. You get what I'm saying? I do not get to tell you goodbye. That's a goodbye. Now let's keep watching.
He didn't get it. They didn't do it until the lawsuit was filed. Then they immediately dropped him. So another thing that we find out, which is a bombshell from this new filing, is that Ryan and Blake, and really, if I have to say Ryan one more time in a movie that has nothing to do with him, he's a very scary, creepy guy. We found the creep. It's Ryan Reynolds. But when Blake started getting all this bad press, obviously she did not believe, and this is true Blake, my understanding of her is she's like a true narcissist. She's not very smart. She just wants to be rich and famous and have rich friends, okay? And I had heard that and known that about her since my days that I was working at Glamour magazine, that she was like really mean to people, but she's like very surface. And as long as Ryan's a lot smarter than her, and She therefore allows him to manipulate and control every layer of his life, so long as she can just, you know, be the princess, essentially, okay? So we find out that when she starts getting bad press, and this is a perfect time for Ryan to manipulate her, in my opinion, she's like, well, he's like, probably like, babe, this can't be because you're not amazing. Look at you. You're hot. You're sexy. You're perfect.
Okay, I'm going to live it like this, man. I'm going to live it like this. Oh, look, I get to tell you goodbye. You want to watch it, make sure to go to Candace. You know, celebrity things is not really my thing. You get what I'm saying? I can watch it for a little bit, but it's really not where I want to be. You get what I'm saying? Where I want to be is the word. Is the word. That's all I promote. I do not promote celebrity drama. You get what I'm saying? I do not promote celebrities drama. You get what I mean? But again, go to Candace. Make sure to watch the full video over there. Shout out to her for this video. Shout out to her for always trying to put out the truth, even though sometimes what she's saying is not accurate. You get what I mean? But again, I'm gonna catch you next time. Comment below what you think about this. Click the link at the top of the description or top of the comments to go check out my music on my music channel. I just dropped a music video that I shot in Africa. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna catch you next time. Thank you again for watching. Easer.
On the hood going forward, I just wanna go forward. Got my head on my shoulders, got my 10 toes on the floor. The distractions I ignore, on them demons I ignore. If you good, welcome aboard. If you bad, you I ignore.